See, the reason why I do what I do when it comes to Nick Adams is because of two reasons. One, it's easy as hell. And two, I do it because it needs to be done. Idiots like him need to be put in their place. And now he wants us to believe, actually he's desperate for us to believe, that his man, his master, Donald Trump, is God. They could stop everything from happening and yet not see what kind of a monster he is. In a recent video he put up on his Twitter page, he's saying that Joe Biden, the current president of the United States, is emboldening our nation's enemies without even saying that Donald Trump has done the same. Let's take a look.
Let's get this straight. Joe Biden is a weak man who emboldens America's enemies. When President Trump was in the Oval Office, Iran was broke. Did you know that? Broke. Today, Joe Biden has essentially granted Iran access to $6 billion by lifting sanctions.
Maybe you should get your facts straight, Adams. Your president, your master, your God, Donald Trump, pulled the United States out of the Iran nuclear deal, making them desperate to get themselves a hand on a nuclear weapon, spending millions of dollars to do it. Know what the hell you're talking about before you speak on it.
Then he acts surprised at their attack against our ally Israel. Joe Biden's administration is funding both Israel and Iran.
Funding both Israel and Iran. Do you know how fucking stupid you sound? According to the information I've got, the Biden administration actually warned Israel before Iran attacked, which minimized the casualty risks. Again, Adams, know what the fuck you're talking about before you speak on it. But it gets worse. Oh, you got those financial records, do you? So why aren't you posting them on your Twitter page, you stupid son of a bitch? Why aren't you giving them to your alpha male god, Donald Trump, for him to post on Truth Social? See, you're lying, Adams, and you know it. Now, we are funding Israel, but that funding should stop if Israel continues its unthinking, uncoordinated blitzkrieg across the Gaza Strip, killing more and more civilians than they are the enemy. See, the problem with you, Adams, is you don't have any facts to back up your bullshit. And frankly, it's kind of pathetic. Moving on.
It's time to hold Joe Biden and his feckless administration accountable. The White House publicly maintains that we stand with Israel. However, financial records tell a different story.
You are absolutely right. I'll agree with you on that, Adams. But you are also absolutely wrong. And I'm going to show you as to why in a few moments. But moving on.
Don't is not a foreign policy strategy. Every time Joe Biden or Kamala Harris says don't, our enemies do it anyway.
Oh, I am going to school this bitch in a few minutes. Just you wait. I'm going to school you, motherfucker. This would never have happened if Donald Trump was in the White House. I am going to school you. Ooh, you're going to say, please, please, no more. Please stop. Please, please don't do it anymore. But I'm going to school you. Just you wait. Moving on.
This attack would never have happened against Israel if we had America's alpha male, President Donald Trump, in the White House. Even Senator John Fetterman, the liberal from Pennsylvania, came out against Biden's strategy on Israel, saying Joe Biden shouldn't capitulate to the fringe of his party on Israel. Senator John Kennedy, the great patriot from Louisiana, and a man who has a way with words like Nick Adams, said Joe Biden is being influenced by the Hamas wing of the Democrat Party.
Good for them. Good for them. Only it doesn't illustrate the problem of the situation. No one is influencing Biden, and certainly no one in the Hamas. Throwing things out like that shows how stupid and ridiculous you are, Adams. Moving on.
At the end of the day, no matter what side of the aisle you're on, Hamas is a designated terrorist organization, and the international community must condemn terrorism in all its forms and hold accountable those who use violence for political gain.
Wow. Adams, I'm going to school you on that little statement of you wanting people to condemn terrorism in a few moments, but first, I'm going to school you on your bullshit that this would not have happened under Donald Trump. Because something like this actually did happen under Donald Trump twice. So, allow me to take your stupid Australian ass to church. In June of 2019, Iran shot down 2 U.S. drones in the span of 2 weeks. 2019. Who was the president of the United States at that time? Oh, that's right, the man whose cock you're begging to suck.
And fortunately, that drone was unarmed. There was no man in it.
Oh, and here's another one. January 7th, 2020. 2 American military bases were attacked by a dozen Iranian missiles. The Pentagon confirmed that the missile strikes in those bases in Iraq were from Iran. And how did Donald Trump respond? You claimed Donald Trump said that Iran actually warned him that he would attack the base, and he deliberately missed it. Seriously? The supreme leader of Iran said, and I quote, "I don't consider Trump a person deserving an exchange messages with." Trump actually bragged about the fact that no one was killed in those missile strikes and basically brushed off by saying, "But what I would say, and I can report it, is not very serious, not very serious." So Adams, you feckless piece of shit, something like this did happen under Donald Trump. And the joke of it is, your alpha male of a president didn't do a damn thing after those attacks went down. See, what really bothers me about people like you is the simple fact that you actually believe your own bullshit. And your little statement as to how the international community needs to condemn terrorism in all its forms for political gain, I'm still waiting for you, and I'm still waiting for that asshole you call an alpha male president to condemn January 6th. I'm still waiting for you guys, for all of you Republican jackals out there, to condemn January 6th. Why haven't you? I hear Donald Trump calling the January 6th people who have been arrested and jailed for January 6th, I hear them being called patriots. I hear them being called political hostages. Anything but what they are, terrorists. So the next time you want to try to use that bullshit, Adams, don't. Because I got plenty of bullshit on you that I can throw. You're full of shit, and you know it, Adams. And if you were any kind of man, which obviously you're not, you would respond to me by debating me. That's right. I've challenged this cocksucker I don't know how many times to debate me. And he hasn't. And he won't. because he knows I'm going to break him. Now, this isn't me being egotistical or anything. This man has never been challenged by anyone. He's always been inebriated by the right wing. He's always had that pat on the head by Donald Trump. In the end of the day, he's a coward. A lying, maelstroming coward. And the rest of you alpha males out there who are still spreading lies about me, mind you, don't think I haven't forgotten about that. You're all cowards, too. If you have any kind of interest in proving that perception wrong, I'm here. Go for it. Just make sure you don't miss. CTP, know the truth. God bless. Peace to the left. Justice to the right.